Could Arsenal actually have a chance of getting Kylian Mbappe? Yes, people, welcome back to another Arsenal transfer news video. As always, if you absolutely love being kept up to date with daily Arsenal transfer news vids, this is the place to be. Make sure you subscribe down below. We're up to 3,000 subscribers. It's a win-win for both of us. And make sure you hit the bell notification so you never miss a future video by myself. Let's get straight into the tweet coming today by Sport Bible saying this. Arsenal are considering a move for Kylian Mbappe if he leaves Paris Saint-Germain as a free transfer in 2024, according to reports. Could we be seeing a front three of Mbappe, Saka and Martinelli at the Emirates next year? So I've heard this from multiple sources because this first broke yesterday, but I didn't really want to make a video on it because it was more the underground sources. But since then, genuinely, it's come out from some quite mainstream media. Not exactly Fabrizio Romano or David Ornstein, but a lot of the other medias have said, look, Arteta's a big admirer of Kylian Mbappe. He really likes the attacker, and although we understand that Arsenal don't have the financial means of to pull off an Mbappe transfer this summer window with how much PSG are demanding, they're looking at him thinking if he does leave Paris Saint-Germain as a free agent next year, he could be a player Arsenal target and could be a transfer we want to get done. And I look at it this way, right? I'm excited by it because we all know Kylian Mbappe was going to leave Paris Saint-Germain. I think that's been known for about 3-4 seasons now. He joined them from Monaco, right? I think at the time, actually, Arsenal were linked to him. I remember Arsene Wenger wanted Mbappe from Monaco. It didn't materialise. Another one of Wenger's failed signings, to be honest. There's a whole list of those. I think that squad will win the Champions League about 4 times if you compile them lot. But that's neither here nor there. Either way, he went to Paris Saint-Germain. He hasn't won the Champions League there, but he's won the Liga multiple times. And everyone knew he's going to get the move. I think most people anticipated he'd move to Real Madrid. And I think that is still the most likely outcome. But why not Arsenal? Why not test the waters if you're Arsenal Football Club? I mean, it's lined up perfectly because if he would move any other season, there's no way he's coming to Arsenal. We're a massive football club, but we haven't got Champions League football. We haven't got Europa League football at times, even in the previous seasons. But this season, we've got Champions League. And with the signings we're bringing in, Declan Rice, Urian Timber, Kai Havertz, could we build them, potentially win a title next season? Or at least again finish in the Champions League spots with a really good push in the title challenge? Then you're looking at it next season and we're set up for a superstar to be brought in. I mean, Arteta's talked long about the phases of Arsenal Football Club and whether we moved into phase 3 or phase 4. I don't really get all of it, to be honest. I don't think us fans really do, and I don't think we're meant to get it. I think it's more of an internal thing with Arsenal Football Club that we've just got to trust that Arteta, Edu, Vinay all know what they're doing in that sense. But I think the main thing is, I think Arteta's understood that we've got to a point where no matter how good the process is going, no matter how good Project Youth is going, at one point you're going to need a franchise player and a proper big name to win the title. Because let's not make any mistake about it, right? We were so close to winning the title last season. Genuinely this close. We missed out because for a multitude of reasons. But one of the reasons is Man City had Erling Haaland up front who bagged them 50 goals basically. That was the difference. Whereas we had Gabriel Jesus who, despite his injuries and despite the fact that I thought had a decent season last year, Jesus, he barely broke 15, 20 goals. Do you get what I mean? That's the difference. Now, if you bring in Kylian Mbappe, that is a franchise player. That is the best player in football, in my opinion, right now. Like, you could talk about Erling Haaland, this, and Messi and all that. For me, Mbappe is the best player right now. Genuinely, he is. I think that kid is unbelievable, man. Like, Twitter could be the only place that will downplay a hat-trick in a World Cup final. This man's already won the World Cup. Like, he is unbelievable, and he is that man. Like, he's him, Mbappe. And I still understand, and I still believe that his most likely destination is Real Madrid, right? But he might want to come to the Premier League. I mean, he's 24, 25. He's still got the opportunity to make maybe 2 big moves in his career. Like, I'm talking maybe a move to Real Madrid for 3 seasons, then a Premier League move. But does he want to flip that and go to the Premier League first while he's in his prime at 24, 25, and then go Real Madrid after once he reaches 28, 29? Who knows? Either way, if he's coming to the Premier League, no one can tell me that Arsenal's not one of the clubs that can get him. Look, season's gone by, fair play. Fair enough. I wouldn't even begrudge it. I'd say, look, he's going Man City or maybe Liverpool or maybe United if they put a push in. But if Arsenal continue in the trajectory we're in, which is fighting for the title next season and potentially winning it, if he gets to summer 2024 and Mbappe's not left PSG, as it looks like he's not going to because he wants to hold out his contract, despite the fact that PSG saying they want to sell him because they don't want to lose him for free next summer, don't tell me he can't go to Arsenal at that stage. Why would he not want to come to Arsenal at that stage? Fair enough if he chooses Real Madrid, that's out of the equation. But if he wants to come to the Premier League, Arsenal is a club that can get him, man. I mean, Man City got Haaland, so they're probably not going to go for Mbappe. United, maybe. That's a shout, especially with how much of a massive club United are. Arsenal are too, but United are a bigger club than Arsenal. Liverpool, maybe, potentially. But their front three is sorted, to be honest with you, Liverpool. It was more their midfield that needs addressing. Chelsea, who knows? Like, that's a wild card. Anything can happen there. Newcastle, I doubt it. I don't think he'll go Newcastle, to be honest. I think that's way too early in their new ownership. And if you look at the Arsenal, it just makes sense, man. Like, Mbappe can come to the Arsenal and take over from King Thierry Henry. Like, Henry, for the past, 2 decades ago, had the streets. For me, the greatest ever Premier League footballer. Unbelievable Thierry Henry, man. Like, just his class, his flair, just everything about him was just so good. Like, everything he touched was just gold dust on the football pitch. And for Mbappe to come, for him to follow in the footsteps of one of his idols, a French international, French legend, Arsenal legend, it just makes sense to come to Arsenal. It's like any of you lot that watch the NBA, right? Victor Wembanyama got drafted first by the San Antonio Spurs. And that just made sense because he follows in the footsteps of course, Tony Parker, another French legend in the NBA who played for the Spurs as well. That's not Tottenham, by the way, when I say Spurs. So it just makes sense for Mbappe to come to Arsenal. Do you get what I mean? Like, the connections are there. He can take the number 14 shirt straight off of Nketiah. And Nketiah better give that straight to Mbappe, in my opinion, if the man come. So when I look at it from that standpoint, Mbappe to Arsenal, I've joked in previous years to my friends saying Mbappe's going to come to Arsenal one day, but I can see a pathway to that happening. Now, let's get it completely straight and let's get it completely out there. A lot of things have to go right for this to happen. It's not like it's something that's probable. We know Arteta is a fan. We know Arsenal won't have to pay a fee for him, only his contract, which will be a lot, by the way, in next summer, because he will be going for free. But that in turn means that he doesn't re-sign at PSG, which doesn't look likely, but you never know. That in turn means Real Madrid does not sign him this season and does not sign him next season, which is looking likely because I think Real Madrid are still in the driving seat to get Kylian Mbappe. So there is a lot of factors that are still at play here. But the main thing is Arsenal registered the interest in Kylian Mbappe. It's been said by multiple newspapers, whether you believe it, whether you don't. It's been reported. It has been reported that Arsenal have an interest. And for me, that's a good thing. Look, whether we pursue and sign Kylian Mbappe or not, fine. But the main thing is we're looking at these type of players now. Because I feel like in seasons gone by, Arsenal have just shone away from the top players. Which isn't right. Look, we're a massive football club, guys. We've got Champions League football behind us. We're a global fan base. We should be looking at these top players. That's why I'm delighted that we're signing Declan Rice. Because that's a top target. Wanted by Bayern Munich, Manchester City, Chelsea, United, Liverpool, etc. These top clubs all had an interest in Declan Rice. But Arsenal were the club to get him. Arsenal on that wanted to put in a bid and wanted to put their foot in the door and say, let's bring Declan Rice to the Emirates. Now, Kylian Mbappe might not come to Arsenal, but why not go out there like a big club and try and sign him? Because I hear a lot of people on Twitter and a lot of people on Instagram saying, oh, he'd never go to Arsenal. Why would he go to Arsenal? And look, I don't get that argument. Like, this isn't the Arsenal of 3 seasons back. This is the Arsenal that almost won the league off a team in Man City who are the best team in Europe by a country mile. They just won the treble with just 3 peats in the Premier League. This is the Arsenal team that is one of the youngest squads in the Premier League. This is the Arsenal team that has got one of the second, third most valuable squad in Europe based on transfer value. Like, this is an Arsenal squad that is going places and is getting better season in, season out. Why wouldn't Mbappe, who's about to enter his prime, join a team like that? So like I said, if he wants to come to Premier League, Arsenal for sure is a destination. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. But if I have to be completely honest, guys, I still think he will go Real Madrid. That's just my thoughts on it, but you never know. The main thing is, Arsenal have opened the door for Kylian Mbappe, and we want the player. And I absolutely love to hear stories like that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section regarding Kylian Mbappe to Arsenal. Obviously, it's not going to happen this summer, but do you think this is something that could happen next season? Or do you think, like me, that he's most likely going to go to Real Madrid? Would you like to see Kylian Mbappe in an Arsenal shirt? Because I hear certain people say that I don't want to see Mbappe there. I like the way Arsenal built on a team of, like, a team that's very group focused. If you bring Mbappe in, it becomes very much the Mbappe show. You build a team around Mbappe, and a lot of Arsenal fans don't want that. They want the whole team-oriented success with Saka, Ødegaard, Martinelli, with multiple players chipping in with 10, 15 goals a season rather than having one bagsman or one superstar up front. Obviously, it's all split up for opinion. That's why football's amazing. Everyone's got their own opinions entitled to theirs. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section regarding that. I'd absolutely love to hear it. Drop a like down below so this video gets out to more people in the algorithm. Make sure you subscribe as well, my road to 3,000 subscribers, and hit bell notification button so you never miss a future video by myself. I'm covering Arsenal transfer news daily. And also, feel free to check out the video right here where I talked about Tchouaméni's potential move to Arsenal, as Arsenal have been interested in another midfielder if Thomas Partey goes. I appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I hope you all join me in my next one. I've been YFootball. Hope to see you all in my next one. Take care.